I go, here I go. Yeah, here I go, here I go.
Welcome in, everybody, to another episode of The Take. I'm your host, Jackson Burleson, of course. And in today's episode, the 2025 NFL Draft is finally here, yo. Let's go. Now, do I like that it's in Green Bay? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But it is actually pretty cool to have it in Lambeau. It's a very historic place. It's one of the first teams in the National Football League and also the first team to win a Super Bowl title. So a lot of history in Green Bay. But before we get into the draft and everything I got for you today, make sure to hit that subscribe button, like this video, comment who you guys think is going to be the number one overall pick. Who are the biggest sleepers in the draft? What do you think your favorite team should do? Let me know in the comments below. And also don't forget to share it with everybody you may possibly know because the draft is here. And we have some questions that we are going to address today because there are a lot of them, quite frankly, in this draft. What is the quarterback situation looking like, even with the top projected overall pick? Cam Ward. What is this running back class looking like? Is this the deepest we've ever seen in NFL history? What are these offensive linemen going to be looking like? Are they going to be shifting around from tackle to guard, guard to tackle, etc.? So we have a lot of things to dive into here, but the first question I'm going to address with this draft is who is more likely to slip? Abdul Carter, the phenomenal edge rusher out of Penn State, or Travis Hunter, who we all know had a phenomenal season, played over 700 snaps on the defensive and offensive side of the ball. This is a conversation that is going to be had because Abdul Carter, he had a monster season at Penn State. This guy was just a Micah Parsons 2.0 when you watch him. I mean, he was a coverage linebacker before. He transitioned to pass rusher for this last season, and he also wears the same college number as Micah Parsons. I don't know if that's a sign, but he is a very good player. He is small for his position, but we've seen how Micah is in the NFL, so I think he's going to have the same translation to the league. He had 24 tackles for loss. He led the nation in that category. That's pretty spectacular to lead that. And he also had 12 sacks in 2024. And Penn State had one of the best defenses in the country because of Carter. And they were absolutely phenomenal. They made it to the semifinal of the college football playoff. They almost were able to compete for a national championship. But I think Travis Hunter could be the player to slip because I just think where Abdul Carter could be drafted, which I have him projected to go second overall to the Cleveland Browns. And if you're Cleveland, there's no way that you're turning down an opportunity to have Myles Garrett and Abdul Carter on your defensive line. There is no way. I'm not turning that down. You just locked in Myles Garrett. New contract, you got him signed. You've got him there. Get Abdul Carter. That is just a match made in heaven. Now, Travis Hunter is ranked as the number one cornerback in the draft. But I think the reason he slips is because, well, he's not even a highly, receiver. He had 1,200 yards receiving. And he was a great receiver. And people could argue all season long his competition wasn't as good. That is a real case. But I don't think Travis Hunter is going to be playing cornerback and wide receiver full-time at the NFL level. One, I think it's way too physically demanding. He's going to get injured way too quickly. But I think they can throw him in there at certain stages. I just think it really depends on what Travis Hunter ends up doing because he said that he wants to play both sides. And I feel like the only reason he's being drafted this high is because he does play two positions, and he did do it full time at the college level because we've never seen it. It's amazing, but that's college. The NFL is more physical. The athletes are bigger, stronger, faster. Travis Hunter is not a big guy. He's not even 200 pounds. He's like 185. He is skinny. He's got to put on some weight. So I don't see him. He's going to go in the top 4, top 5 easily. But if I had to choose which one of these players is going to fall out of the top 5 or top 4, I'm going Travis Hunter just because of the uncertainty at the position. Because, you just don't know what you're doing. You don't know. I think it wouldn't be far, though. Probably number 6 or number 7 overall. I could see him falling. But his two-way potential could be a blessing and a curse. And I say that because the curse side of things is injuries, and the blessing side of things is, well, you just filled 2 positions by drafting this guy. So there's a lot of risk with drafting Travis Hunter. That's why I think he could slip, but he's a generational prospect. No one's going to pass up on this guy. But I think Cleveland might go with the safe pick at number 2. And I don't think, in my opinion, this is if one of these 2 players had to slip. I would pick Travis Hunter. But I don't think any of these players are going to slip out of the top 4. I think Travis Hunter, I like him at 3 going to the Giants. They just got Russell Wilson. They need defensive help, and they also need some wide receiver help. They need a complementary piece alongside Malik Neighbors to give this Giants offense just a little bit more of a spark. Because if you give Russell Wilson those kind of weapons, that can be a competitive team. I'm not saying they're going to be good, but that could be a competitive team. And the next question we're going to move on to is the New England Patriots are at the number 4 selection, and they need a lot right now. They need a lot. And you've got your franchise quarterback in Drake May, and protection is a key here. Now, a lot of people have Will Campbell going here at this selection, which makes sense. This Patriots offensive line was absolutely awful last season. They allowed pressure on a league worst 39.4% of their dropbacks. They also ranked 31st in pass win block rate. This Patriots team needs to be able to protect Drake May. You can't have your franchise quarterback getting hurt, and we've seen what Drake May can do. Whether he deserved to be a Pro Bowler or not his rookie year, but he still was a Pro Bowler. So that's a different debate. But, Will Campbell is a stud. He was a 3-year starter at LSU. He only had 5 sacks in his entire career in 37 games and only allowed 45 pressures. This guy is the real deal. 6'6", 320 pounds. He's a great run blocker. I think he's a day 1 starter. I think he lacks the arm length. Like his arm length is below 33 inches. His pro day was measured at 32 and a half, I think it was, or 32 and 5/8 was the arm length at the draft. So not really far off there, but the average arm length for a tackle is 34 inches, which he's not far off about. But a lot of people have been saying, hey, is the arm length a concern when it comes to Will Campbell? That could be something to watch out for. I don't know. The Patriots, the question came up because would they trade down? And I think it's possible. There are a lot of good offensive linemen in this draft. Another guy they could take is Calvin Banks, and he is an absolute menace. This guy has an 84-inch wingspan, and he's 6'5", 315. He's really, really good. But, Will Campbell's wingspan is the shortest among offensive tackles at the Combine since at least 1999. quick interruption in the pod. First of all, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, hit that notification bell so you do not miss out on any more content from The Take. And also, like it. Make sure to also comment what you think about my take so far in this video because I need some feedback, guys. And just share this with anyone you can. Let me know what you guys want to see in the future. NBA playoffs is going on right now. Also, we got the draft in Green Bay that I'm talking about right now. NHL playoffs is going on. We have a lot of sports happening at the current moment. So let me know, but let's go ahead and get right back into the pod. It's also something that I don't really see being a big issue, but I mean, I have Calvin Banks is ranked the #1 offensive tackle in the draft. I think he's the best guy, and then Will Campbell behind him. But I mean, there are a decent amount of tackles in this draft, and Armand Membu, I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. He's also another guy, but I don't think he'll go as high as 4. So I don't know. I mean, a team that could be in the talks to get traded is, I mean, do the Minnesota Vikings want to go up and try to build around this team? I mean, they traded for J.J. McCarthy and Dallas Turner in last year's draft. They're popular. And also a team like the Raiders or Broncos, I mean, do they trade up for a position of need? I mean, that's a possibility. I think it's kind of insane to take a tackle who may be converted to guard at the 4th overall pick. That's just me. But I mean, I get it. Team need. I could see why they would stay there. But I mean, the reason they don't pass him up is because you got to protect Drake May. I mean, you just have to. And I mean, we'll see. It really depends on how this draft order falls, because let's say the Titans and Browns take quarterbacks, and then what happens with the rest of these teams? I mean, this draft analysis that I'm giving you guys is all assuming that Shedeur Sanders falls out of the top 5, which let's go ahead and get into that right now, because that's been the topic of discussion. Is Shedeur Sanders going to be a good pro player? What is his ceiling? Is he good? I mean, clearly he was good at the college level. I mean, he is the all-time completion percentage leader at 71.8%. But the guys in that top 10 list in college completion percentage all time, I mean, if you look at it, not a lot of them did anything in the NFL. I mean, 5 guys I can name right now that had decent NFL careers: Case Keenum, Colt McCoy, Brandon Weeden, Kellen Moore, Graham Harrell. I mean, first of all of those guys are career backups. All of them. And I'm not saying Shedeur Sanders is going to be a career backup, but if you look historically with these numbers, that's what the numbers are telling you. And he also just makes very bad decisions. He extends plays too much. He takes sacks when he doesn't need to. I don't know. And if you give him a bad offensive line, he's going to struggle his rookie year. I mean, he will. And I think, honestly, for Shedeur Sanders, his career, him getting taken as low as 21 to the Steelers maybe might be better for his career, because he gets more time to be groomed, learn the NFL game, and also grow his IQ and decision making and not be thrown in. Because these rookie quarterbacks, it's so hard for you to see a Jaden Daniels get thrown in the fire and be good right away. But let's think about this for a second. Jaden Daniels' situation from any rookie quarterback in NFL history is completely different. He has a good receiving core. He has a good coach, a great offensive coordinator that has had experience as a head coach, which Ashton's definitely going to disagree with me saying Cliff Kingsbury is a great coach, but that's something else to set aside. But the fact of the matter is, Jaden Daniels also had a good offensive line. He had a good running backs, good receivers, a good defense. I mean, that's what you need to be successful. And with Shedeur Sanders, I just don't see him being successful if he goes to a team like the Giants or the Jets. I mean, the Jets are good, don't get me wrong, but like there's still a lot of question marks. They don't have a lot of weapons. Breece Hall hasn't really taken that leap like everyone thought he was going to take last year. So like, I don't know. It's weird because a lot of people have Shedeur Sanders going from 5 to 21, and that is a very long range. And some people even have him going out of the first round. So like, it's hard. It's hard. But I think Cam Ward is obviously the better quarterback prospect, but this quarterback class isn't really that great. And also Cam Ward has some decision-making issues as well. He's got to be able to clean those things up. But those are young player traits. And when you get into the NFL and you get good coaching, those traits will be fixed. And if you have the physical intangibles to be good, you will turn out to be a good player in the long run. And I think Cam Ward, he displayed a lot of patience at Miami. They were undefeated for a while. They were coming back in a lot of games. He showed a lot of resiliency to play behind, which is hard to do, especially throwing the football a lot. That is very difficult to do. But, I mean, Cam Ward is a very, very, very good quarterback. I mean, he had a 67% completion percentage last year, 4,300 yards, 39 touchdowns. I mean, he was a very dynamic player. Very dynamic player. But, and I think the Titans are a good fit. And who out of this quarterback class could have a Jaden Daniels impact? I think it's Cam Ward, and he has to go to the Tennessee Titans because, I mean, if you look at it, this is crazy to say. The Titans had the second best defense in the NFL last year when it came to yards allowed per game at 311.2. And they have pieces like Tony Pollard. They have receivers like Van Jefferson. They have some guys. They also have Calvin Ridley as well on this roster. So there's some pieces, and their defense is not terrible. Now, their offensive line was pretty bad. 21st in the NFL. They were not great, but if you look at this, I think this draft can help the Titans take a jump. It could. It could, and there's still some receivers available in free agency that maybe they could pick up, maybe get some players around Cam Ward. And I think Tony Pollard helps Cam Ward a lot. A lot. I mean, he's a receiving back. He can be a very solid, safe option if there's nothing down the field. I like Cam Ward going to the Titans. I think it makes a lot of sense. It just depends on who they go with receiver-wise because this receiver class is not really insanely deep. But, I mean, this running back class is pretty good too. So, and that's where we're going to go to. Is a top 10 running back, is it worth can't speak right now. Is it worth picking a running back in the top 10? Well, if we look historically, okay, since 2015, 6 running backs have gone in the top 10. Todd Gurley, Ezekiel Elliott, Leonard Fournette, Christian McCaffrey, Saquon Barkley, and Bijan Robinson in 2023. 3 played in Super Bowls. 3. But most of those guys I named either had declines before they were 28 years of age or they had injuries. And you look at McCaffrey, he is an injury-prone machine. Saquon just had his first healthy season in a couple of years. We've seen what he can do, and he was selected 2nd overall in 2018. So, like, he has really blossomed this running back market, but the running back market is also been resurging a little bit because you are seeing players like Derrick Henry who are 30 years of age excelling and still dominating. But I'm not saying that's going to be any of these running backs because, I mean, this running back class, I've never seen this stacked of a running back class. I can't think of how many players that I've actually been able to know. I mean, you've got Ashton Jeanty, Omarion Hampton out of North Carolina. I hear a lot of people love him, love his versatility. I think he's a good player, in my opinion. I really do.
I like it. And also Dylan Sampson. A lot of people are falling in love with Dylan Sampson as well. But the guy at the top of the list and the guy who's projected to go top 10 is Ashton Jeanty. I've seen him go mock drafts where he's going 6th to the Las Vegas Raiders. Now, the Raiders, they need a running back. They need a running back. They have a quarterback in Geno Smith. They have Brock Bowers, who had an amazing year last year. I mean, they have some pieces. They got Pete Carroll as the coach. I think Ashton Jeanty could go anywhere between 6 and 10, possibly 12 to my Cowboys. I would love Ashton Jeanty to go to the Dallas Cowboys, but I don't think he's going to fall that low. I think Jeanty just has a lot of upside. And I mean, just the year he had last year. I mean, he averaged 7 yards per carry last year with defenses putting 8 or 9 men in the box. I mean, that is unheard of. And the question marks with could he play this well against a power 4, power 5 defense? Yes. Against Penn State in the Fiesta Bowl, he ran for 100 yards. He played very well. He did have 350 plus carries last year, but I mean, his yards per carry were 9th in the nation at 7. So like, I think in my opinion, Jeanty's worth a top 10 pick. He's very strong. He's very fast. Now, does he have some work to do when it comes to being a little bit more patient in the running lanes? Yes, but that'll take time. That'll take time. And these running backs are very valuable. I hate that the question always comes up. Why would you should you draft a running back top 10? If he's good enough, yes. And Jeanty is a generational running back. I hadn't heard of Ashton Jeanty until the first game of the season. This man scored 6 touchdowns. 6. Now people are going to say Mountain West. Did he not play well against Oregon when they were number 1? Did he not? Did this team almost beat them? Like, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And we all know Big Ten teams are physical and their run defenses are historically good. And Jeanty proved that he could run for 100 yards. And he also had a very good pro day, which everyone can have a good pro day. Just to put it out there. You're basically just doing drills. But Jeanty, he is a physical specimen. This guy looked jacked. He is absolutely shredded. Absolute monster. I mean, this guy is being compared to Barry Sanders. This is how good this guy is. He's being compared to Barry Sanders. And we all know what Barry Sanders did in his 10 years. He ran for 10,000 yards. So yes, Ashton Jeanty deserves to be a top 10 pick. Absolutely. Absolutely. The risk is there when you talk about just the position of the running back. I mean, the average career for a running back is 2.6 years. I mean, that's the lowest out of any position in the NFL, which is not good, but you have to understand. If you're a running back, you are running through 300-pound men every time you get the ball, pretty much. That's wear and tear on your body. You're going to get injured. You're going to get banged up. That's just the nature of the position. It's a very physically demanding position. And especially in a game of football where physicality is just all you do. You don't get plays off. And Jeanty also, he's had question marks about his receiving, but I think he can get there when it comes to receiving. I just think he was such a focal point in Boise State's run offense that he had to get the ball a lot. And also another team that I think could be a great fit for Jeanty if he falls to 10 is the Chicago Bears. They just revamped their offensive line. You put Jeanty in there with Caleb Williams coming off a rookie year. I think he can really, Jeanty and the Bears would be a perfect situation because they're ready to roll. They're ready to win. The Bears are ready to win. Jeanty needs to go to a situation where the team is good and they're ready to roll. That's what he needs for his career. And now I'm going to kind of transition into the Dallas Cowboys because I'm Dallas Cowboys are my team. And what are we going to do this draft? We need a lot. We need an offensive lineman. We need defense, linebackers, defensive tackles. We also need a running back, wide receiver. We need a lot of things. But I don't think Ashton Jeanty is going to fall this far. And I don't think that the Cowboys should reach for a guy like Amarion Hampton because this running back class is just so deep. I think the Dallas Cowboys can draft a running back second, even third round. A guy like Scatterbo is going to be there in the second round, who I love. But I think the Cowboys need to seriously consider taking an offensive lineman. And one offensive lineman I really like is Tyler Booker out of Alabama. Tyler Booker is a beast. He's a huge guard. He's getting compared to Tyler Smith, who we drafted as a tackle and then converted him over to guard. And I think if we put Tyler Booker at guard, which I know Tyler Smith does play left guard, I think Tyler Booker is able to switch into tackle because he is a bigger guard. So I think there are some things to think about with that. But we do need some receivers, but I don't know if we should reach at 12 for receivers. But, I mean, one receiver that, I mean, we're not going to get Tet McMillan. I love Tet McMillan. I think he's really good, but I don't think we're going to be even high enough to get him. But one receiver I really do like in this draft is Emeka Egbuka. I do like him. Now, there is something in his scouting report saying the Buckeyes protected him by keeping him off the boundary. Not an overly impressive catch radius or physicality, but I mean, for me, I think I saw what I needed to see from Emeka Egbuka, but it does help having Jeremiah Smith, who was the best receiver in college football last year, be there. But he's shown that he can be really good. I think he can be a perfect complement for CeeDee Lamb. I think that's his role. If you look at his last 2 years at Ohio State, he's been a solid number 2 option for two of the best receivers in college football, Marvin Harrison Jr. and Jeremiah Smith. Those two, he's been a solid complementary piece for them. And I think the Cowboys, I don't know if they would reach for this guy at 12, but he's definitely going to go in the first round. So there's possibly a room there. And I don't think we're going to take Trey Harris either. I think just taking a receiver here is too high. I would like to have Jalen Walker, but I think he's going to go in the top 10. I don't think he's going to be here at 12 for the Dallas Cowboys. But if Calvin Banks is available, I would like to see Calvin Banks go to the Dallas Cowboys as well. He's a great tackle. We talked about him earlier, but I don't know. The Cowboys in the first round, at least, I think there's a lot of question marks on where we're going to go. We could go a lot of different directions, a lot. And I think it's just really going to depend on how this draft order falls. And I mean, I think this is one of the most unpredictable drafts I've ever seen. And even Cam Ward going 1, I don't know if that's a lock. Like, there's not one pick in this draft that is a for sure lock. Because who knows? Who knows? Maybe the Titans go best available player and they just pick Travis Hunter. Who knows? Or maybe they pick Abdul Carter. I mean, I really think Abdul Carter could go number 1 overall in this draft. I think he's that good. I think he's that talented. I think just the Micah Parsons comparison for me is just so spot on. And we've seen what he can do. And you want a Micah Parsons on your team? Heck yeah, you do. Heck yeah, you do. You want a Micah Parsons on your roster. I just think there's a lot of things to look at when it comes to this draft. But this draft, you're not going to see for a while who's really going to be a good player or not. And I hate when people evaluate a rookie after their first year and go, yeah, he's not going to be good. Well, how do you know that? You have to give people time to develop in an NFL system and NFL coaching and actually be able to enhance their skills. And it just takes time with some of these players. Some of these players are day one ready, like a Abdul Carter, like a Tet McMillan, he is a really good receiver. I saw somebody compare him to Drake London. I I see that, but I see more of a T. Higgins. He has very strong hands. He's not crazy fast, but he does have some ability to get open, and he has good route combinations. But his hands, to me, are amazing. And he's 6'4". He is a vertical threat. You can throw it up to him. He can catch it over any cornerback. That is a receiver that I could see getting drafted in the top 5. There's a lot of guys that have him going that high. And the Jacksonville Jaguars have the 5th overall pick. That would be perfect for Trevor Lawrence to get a weapon like that. I tell you right now, that would be a very good weapon for him. I mean, dude, talk about this draft, man. That's going to go ahead and do it for today's episode of The Take. I'm Jackson Burleson, of course. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, like this video, comment, hit the notification bell, and let me know what you think about my draft predictions and what you think about my thoughts on this draft. I think it's very interesting. I think there's going to be a lot of sleepers in this draft. I think there will be a lot of players. This quarterback class is very uncertain. This running back class is deep as ever, in my opinion. This receiver class is very thin. So who's going to snag that one player? And the defensive side of the ball, I think there's a lot of defense, a lot of pass rushers in this draft. But go ahead and give me your thoughts on this 2025 NFL draft class. But I'm Jackson Burleson, and we will see you guys in the next episode. Peace.
Talk to me, baby. Talk to me nice. I'm from another world, baby, yeah. Broadway paradise. They think I'm way too cold, cause I put my